Hi there, this is Craig Beck, the Stop Drinking Expert. Welcome to the video blog and happy Easter to you. And the reason I'm making today's blog is really because I gave up drinking years ago. I've not had a drink. I can't even remember when the last time I had a drink. But every day something happens that's just new for me, that I'm aware of because I don't drink. And I've talked previously about Christmas and Thanksgiving and how you go through all that festive season without drinking because, you know, people want you to drink. They don't want to see you not drinking because it makes them feel bad about what they're doing, whether that's conscious or subconscious. People generally know at a subconscious level that alcohol is bad for them. Everyone's felt a hangover. They know that this stuff that they're drinking must be bad for them. So subconsciously there's a little itch there that maybe they shouldn't be drinking it, even if they don't consciously want to admit that. So they want you to drink so that they don't feel bad about what they're doing. They don't want any pain generated by your high standards. They'd rather you come down to their low standards. And something happened yesterday. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It's Easter here in Cyprus, where I live, on this Mediterranean island, and it's a Greek Orthodox country, so a Christian country. Easter's very important, and they celebrate it every year. And what celebration means in Cyprus is generally eating and drinking. And so yesterday I was at a Cypriot taverna, and the food just keeps coming. It literally never stops. We were in the restaurant for 7 hours, and the food just kept coming all the way through, and also the wine. And eventually, the wine became free. They were no longer writing it down. Just jug after jug of wine was arriving at the table, and everyone was drinking and eating and having a great time. But my drinking friends did not like it. They did not like me drinking my tonic water. I like tonic water. I love tonic water. But they thought that I must be having a bad time because I wasn't joining in and drinking the red wine. And every couple of glasses, someone would say something to me like, "Come on, just have one glass of wine." And of course I would say, well, why would I want to do that? And then the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard was said to me. One of the people around the table, a lady called Maria, said to me, "Even Jesus wants you to drink." I said, "What?" She said, "It's Easter Sunday. Jesus drank wine. He drank it at the Last Supper. Jesus wants you to have a glass of wine." That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And then she went on to talk about how, it's good for you. It's grapes. You should drink grape juice. It's very good for you. And I said, well, if that's true, then why aren't you drinking grape juice? And she changed the subject. So what I want you to do, a little exercise for you here, is if you stop drinking, I want you to now be aware of just how ridiculous and poorly constructed the arguments for you to drink are, okay? Because what you'll find is that your drinking friends, firstly, they don't want you to stop. It makes them feel uncomfortable. They don't like it. It's strange to them. And secondly, they'll have kind of half arguments that they very much buy into. They're very confident about them, but they're very shallow arguments. If you dig a little bit, they completely fall apart and they'll change the subject. So two things I want you to do. I want you to be aware of the ridiculousness of the arguments used against you, and then secondly, I want you to be aware of how quickly their arguments fall apart and how they change the subject. You'll spot it and it will make you laugh, okay? I even had yesterday, I was told by one of my drinking friends that red wine is good for the heart and you should drink it. And I said, well, if that is true, if red wine is good for the heart, how come when you have a heart attack and you get rushed to hospital, they don't break out the Merlot? Of course, they didn't find it funny. But it's true, isn't it? Why don't they give wine in hospital if it's so good for your heart? Huh? It doesn't make any sense. So that's your exercise. Have fun with it and just notice the ridiculousness. Happy Easter. Have a great time. Speak to you soon.